game we're witnessing, second qualifying final at Simmons Stadium. 5-point lead for the Fremantle Dockers. Out of the game, Nick Subin and Corey Enright. A game that's had 5 lead changes to three-quarter time. It is election day, and if a vote was taken right now for the game of the season, this one would be very high in polling. There's our scoreline at the last change. Geelong with a handy 13-point lead at quarter time, 4 points at half-time for Freo, and now 5 points. And Stevie J's influence curbed after quarter time, Tim Watson.
Well, he was amazing in that first quarter, had 12 disposals, kicked 2 goals, but since then Ryan Crowley has sat on him. He's only had 6 disposals since then, and he's done a marvellous job, Crowley. I mean, he's very difficult to get away from. You see him on screen there now. He'll need to contain Stevie J again in this final term. And Stevie J, well, he's a magician. What can he produce in this final term for the Cats? They certainly need him.
They do, Tim. It is a great time to be watching football. It is the month where reputations are made and broken, premierships won. It is a grand stage. 30 minutes of football left in this one. Who will have the home preliminary final after a week's rest? There is so much to play for.
Thanks, guys.
Big chance for Geelong starting on the wing. He'll be the third man up to support Vardy against Sandilands.
So Enright and Subin off. Sheridan and Paul Chapman in game 250 on for their respective sides.
I think the Cats just stated their intentions. Blitzarve just come third up at that stoppage. They want momentum out of this area.
Well, Vardy's a big man. He looks small against Sandilands. Pearce tumbles it forward. Bartel got the ball away. Gets pinned back towards him. Barlow quickly to Hill onto that useful left of his, and it's ping point to Ballantyne.
It's been really good, Stephen Hill. Just the 15 disposals, but most importantly, 9 of those contested. He uses the ball so well out on the left, and if it wasn't Hill, it was Pearce. The system and the method really good from Fremantle.
Worth noting too, Haim, Geelong have won just 1 of their last 5 quarters. Fremantle 4 of their last 5 quarters. The only one they dropped last week against St Kilda.
Well, Ballantyne has one for the afternoon. It was slightly further out and slightly to the left. One straight kick the difference.
Worth mentioning too, a little bit of criticism for Fremantle leaving all of those players out. Well, that man on screen right now, it looks a very strong and very smart decision, doesn't it?
Yep.
Barlow, Fife, Spur, leading possession winners for Fremantle, and they're all out last week. That's a very good mark by Walker.
And it has been an extremely taxing game, Baz, so it'll be interesting to see how these two sides actually cover the ground.
Fremantle by 6 points with a little under a quarter to play. And the prize is massive. Blitzarves from Selwood. Back into Corey now. What about that handball? Well, Fife got a hand in there. That was well done. Now Spur, who's been terrific all afternoon. Hill. Fife again. Possession number 23. Barlow with 24. Barlow with 25. Brilliant kick. Now the race is on. Mackie, Walters, Varco. Mackie goes off the deck. Will it go over the line? It does. It's a 7-point lead Fremantle's way.
Tom, you feel Joel Selwood, he has to have a big last quarter.
He does.
He hasn't had a big effect on the game, but if there's a skipper needs to be able to stand up, it's going to be Joel.
15 disposals for Joel Selwood to the game so far, and here he comes.
On cue, Selwood to Christensen. He got away in the end from De Boer. He did enough, Selwood. Now Podsiadly, he was going to be in trouble, Podsiadly, but the free kick coming in the middle is going the way of the Cats. Selwood, as you could see, jumped into. So what can the Cats muster right now?
He's in trouble there. I think this one worse than the first one that he is on report for.
Yep.
Well, the hit right into the head of Joel Selwood. Now Vardy under pressure. McFarlane 8 weeks away, and he's still doing it for the Dockers, the All-Australian. Mzungu under pressure. Joel Corey.
Got to be said too, Haim, he didn't mean anything by it. He was just trying to jump up to smother or intercept the ball, but he collected Corey and head-high contact. We know all about that.
Well, Joel Corey had 9 touches in the last quarter. You speak about the Joels needing to be influential. This man too can turn a game. He kicked the first goal of the afternoon. That one He's going to suit Vardy and Podsiadly. Oh, it's McFarlane again, wrapped up. Blitzarves, what can he do? Hemmed in, over the top. Vardy tries to bust his way through. Ball picked up, mopped up, and then Spur. He finds Bartel. Corey again, he's going to get it where he just had it.
Same time, same distance, just beyond him typically, but marginally closer. All the big men deep in the square. There's Vardy, Sarves, Clark, McFarlane, Dawson.
So it's all before him. Same kick this time. Again, Podsiadly, Bartley, all the usual suspects. Big fly from Blitzarves. Caddy a chance. Again, Sutcliffe applies the pressure. Caddy, they're all in there.
Fine. Thank you.
Trying to find an inch of space is a difficult task right now.
So fierce. The pressure on the ball and the ball carrier just so intense. Look at it in there again.
Fine.
Selwood, Mazungu.
Let it go. Nothing in that.
Umpire Troy Pennell just cooling things down. Up it goes again. Vardy and Clark, they fought a draw. Chappie there sends a high ball. Not sure that this will be a mark. If indeed it is marked. Guthrie's got it. Tackled front on by 5. He releases. Spur. Pearce. It ricochets back over the line.
It's got to be said, the umpires have done a fantastic job today. They were sensed the occasion. It was hot early. They've let it play out. It's been a physical game. Hats off.
Clark up in front, favoured by it. Didn't take clean possession. Clever Barlow for Hill. Now Fife around the boundary line. Guthrie, not 15. Stokes sends it high towards full forward. Walker had a hand on it, couldn't mark, and over the line it goes. Back to a 6-point lead for Fremantle. 9-14, 10-14.
Stay with him.
Might want to cover off in case this is a draw, guys.
So Hill, that beautiful running style, an equally brilliant kick. Long ball, Lonergan. He held the man. It was Pav on this occasion. It was Sandilands earlier.
Oh, that's a good point, Bossy. 5 minutes of extra time both ways, if indeed they're tied together at the end of regular time.
Main Fife, Chappie. At ground level, Bartel tries to work his way through. It's Ballantyne. He's pinned him.
Had no chance. Thank you, James.
I reckon all the spectators and everyone who's watched this one will be sore at full time. Stokes to Motlop. Chappie wide. He's got a runner in Varco. He's missed him. Walters will bear down on him. He's got time to move it on to Mackie. As always, with a bit of a cool head, but a kick no good. Over the top, Joel wanted it. Spur just cuts it off. Another press forward from the Dockers. Barlow, he's been magnificent.
Up to 28 now. He skipped clear of Nat 5, and a short one for Mundy. Had to hold his ground. Good grab.
2 metres, Mitch. Mark here.
Barlow 17 disposals since half time. 14 of those contested.
So Mundy drives it long. Sandilands is there. Pavlich as well. Pavlich not paid the mark. Didn't have it when he got the ground. 5 holding the ball. A full revolution. Didn't dispose of it cleanly. Johnston. Now it comes out from Neil to Walters. Still alive here for Fremantle. Perhaps the umpire realising that perhaps the free kick wasn't paid Fremantle's way. Rivers, the advantage free kick out for Bartel, and now Walker. Clark right there with him. He did brilliantly, Clark. Back in the Ballantyne direction. Lonergan hard at it.
Push. Lonergan against you.
Well, this man is one of the most courageous stories in the AFL. And that was courage personified. Pushed into the contest. And the Cats, possession, but they've somehow got to get through this purple wall.
Well, they've looked most likely when they've had speed on the game, Geelong. I know they've turned it over a couple of times coming through, but when the game's got quick, that's when they've looked most likely. When they've got it out of those congested areas, that is when they've started to look much more dangerous across the game. While Fremantle, when they've kept it in close and they get their numbers back, they use the ball by hands and then they can start to work the ball out from congested areas. That's when they've looked most likely.
So these two sides, one of them 12 minutes away from a home preliminary final. There is nowhere to hide this afternoon. De Boer crashes it forward again. Podsiadly read it well, took his time. Sandlands does the brilliant defensive stuff. Pavlich, Lonergan put on the tackle. Main received the ball, came his way. Well, holding the ball, the call. He called holding the ball, he's pushed him in the back. I'm not sure what the umpires decided amongst it all. Main gets the opportunity to go 2 goals clear in the back. He signalled holding the ball in the back, called late. And that headset, lucky to be alive.
15 seconds.
So he was 6 straight in finals coming today. He missed earlier this afternoon. This is on the way. It is all the way.
You get the feeling Chris Main is hugely regarded and respected within the confines of the Fremantle Footy Club in Western Australia more broadly, but now that's being recognised across the competition. One of 5 Fremantle Dockers in the All-Australian squad of 40, and for the youngsters watching out there, if you're a goal kicker, get a routine, because in pressure situations it stands up, and that's Chris Main right there.
What a big goal. Coming in that last quarter to be able to make that kick, it just gives you so much confidence as the away team.
They've kicked the last 2 goals of the game, Fremantle, and that's what they lead it by. 12 points. Corey, the ageing champ, not finished with yet. De Boer, 2 number 9s crashing at it. Kelly on top of him, and up it'll go again. So Fremantle just 1 win here in 13 matches. That was round 10, 2005. They won it by 9 points. That was Ryan Crowley's debut match. He kicked 3 goals on debut. As a forward then, he's become one of the game's best taggers. Fife's kick marked by Bartel and Taylor. Chip kick over the top for Guthrie. They're on here, Mackie, forward of the wing. It goes in the Mackie direction now.
The Cats really need to back themselves in here. They can't afford to go into their shells. Be courageous, take risks.
Mackie went looking for Stevie J, not the first time today. Dawson high, the double fist. Pearce, Spur, he's been sensational, the young defender, the mature age defender. He goes with a spiral kick, Walters. He's got 2, make it 3, make it 4 to beat here. Chapman to Mackie. And the kick out in front. Good grab, Walker, no. He didn't complete it. Tackled by McFarlane. That's got to be holding the ball, no, the umpire said. And over the line for a throw-in.
Players have to be getting tired.
Yeah.
Surely. This has been frenetic.
It has been a slugfest since before the opening bounce. And they continue to stand and land blows at each other, these 2 heavyweights of the competition. Barlow slung to the ground by Vardy, got the ball away brilliantly. Now, what can Caddy do? He can't get it away. Spur does a brilliant job of it.
Stay there.
Well, that's where the policy of Ross Lyons last week to rest so many players is really pivotal. It's an intense game of football. They should have the better energy on the game towards the end.
Well, the Cats have got to find 2 goals and change to win it. Lonergan to Taylor. Such a beautiful deft touch to Duncan. Now where's Walker? Caddy front spot. Spoiled came from behind. It was Sheridan, Motlop. Now Sheridan again. Christensen, they battle. It has been a spectacular afternoon's football. In fact, spectacular probably undersells what we've seen. It has been a magical final, and we've still got just under 10 minutes to play. Sandlands, Hill, and again, the Dockers diffuse a dangerous situation. Main, the last goal scorer, Bartel, little kick to Mackie. It's going to work out okay for the Cats. They sweep it wide, Bartel takes on Pearce, Pearce up to it, the tackle terrific, and Hill.
We've got to remember, he kicked the ball out and then chased that down. Just a great contest by Main. Kept the ball in the area, waits for the numbers to arrive, and they force this out to a stoppage in the back half.
So just over 9 minutes remaining. Fremantle lead it by 2 goals. They've kicked the last 2 of the game. Pearce again, he went back into traffic. Barlow, sensational. 31 disposals. Main and Mackie, what a go that's been. And Mackie wins this contest. He goes with a spiral. Long ball. Vardy there. It gets over the back. Has it been touched? Well, it didn't matter in the end. Over the line for a behind Freo's lead back to 11 points.
So what do the Cats need to do, Vossi?
I think they've got to get the ball out in open space. I'd like to see some third ups around stoppages. Blitzards can come up, third up, get the ball going forward, try and get some speed on the game, because it just feel like they need a little bit of magic. In reality, only one goal away, really, but I'd just like to see a little bit more speed on the game at the moment.
Motlop, brilliant to Stokes, gets it back now. Who is there? Vardy going back with it. Bartel, Blitzarves, Taylor. Harry Taylor, the one over the top. Caddy awaits. Christensen, McFarlane, brilliant. Pearce, quick. And then the kick away. Now De Boer has to wait for it. Podsadley knew what was in front of him. Motlop tried to just grab and twirl. De Boer was brilliant as well. Main, he's a long way from his natural habitat. Chapman puts the tackle on Barlow. Well, it just continues. The Dockers win the battle again.
They're just good at grunge footy, aren't they? You know, next contest. Wait for the numbers to arrive, and as they go down the field, and that's why I just feel like this ball has to start to get in open space.
So short one from Duffield, out for McFarlane. And again, Spur, who's just been terrific today. So Geelong 9-15, the last time they were held to less than 10 goals by Collingwood in round 11 2008. A long time ago, 5 years you've got to go back. No mark paid there. Bartel, well, look, a little unlucky. Johnson, Christensen's got the footy. Incidentally, they won that game. So they were held to less than 10-1, and Dawson, good grab. He's had an up and down day. It's been an interesting day for him.
It's been an unbelievable day. He's done some absolutely brilliant things and some mind-boggling things. So let's just hope for Freo fans he does the brilliant things when the game's right on the line like that.
Pavlich worked his way in front. That was interesting. Ballantyne and Sandilands. Ballantyne dwarfed by Sandilands. Dwarf, wrong choice of words this week. Selwood kick to the middle of the ground, and Duncan moves them forward again.
So there's Tall, Timber, Long, Walker and Vardy, and that's the way the ball goes. It's going to come through hands and skip through, so it is a manageable margin for the Cats. It is an anxious wait for the Dockers fans. Just under 7 minutes, still 2 goals required. But the Cats, they haven't found one yet in this final term.
That's the play, though, Hamish. Being able to get on one side of the ground, switch it to the open side. Probably Caddy could have just activated that kick a little bit earlier. Yeah.
Stay out, Josh!
Well, again, strong and safe hands from Sandilands.
It's been a very predictable play, that one, Aaron Sandilands. Long down the line. Even if he doesn't mark it, he just provides a contest and brings it to the ground.
So who can mark here for either side? Neither. Varco, Rivers, Motlop will work it through. Oh, terrific stuff from Sutcliffe. It might be a really telling moment. Neil over the top to Main. There are Dockers on everywhere. Now it's about the bounce for Hill or Crowley. It's an ugly bounce for the Dockers. Tripped Mackey, taken high. They'll get the free kick, the Cats.
Thank you. Very much. Stay there, Hope. Stay there.
How cruel a football can bounce for you.
Mackey to Bartel.
2.
It was a Geelong bounce, that's for sure. Selwood, Podsadley, now Stokes. And Geelong not finished with yet. Christensen.
Big moment, though.
Oh, yeah.
That was a Fremantle goal.
Well, it was 16 points if they ran into an open goal. It's 10, and it could be 4 if they goal at the other end. Varco gets it from Guthrie. What about this? Rivers. Oh, Pavlich, the skipper. Captain, courageous. Incredible effort.
Spot on there from Michael Voss. Brought the ball inside to the open side of the ground, got it into space, and but a Herculean effort from the Freo's skipper saved a certain goal.
Oh, to work back. Obviously exhausted to get there. Kelly now bounced away from Motlop, so a bounce goes the other way. De Boer for Duffield. High ball here. Lonigan. Rivers at the back. Again, Pavlich getting an important hand in there. Chapman started as the sub. On for Enright. Chapman dancing around. His kick in towards Corey. He let it go. He gives it to Mackey. They set it up again. Here he is, Dawson at the back. He didn't contest that time. Well, it influenced the contest. Mzungu to Hill, clearing kick only as far as Bartel.
He's chosen the torpedo. Bartel Walker's in the right spot. Walker flies, couldn't control it. Ponchiadli, quick kick offline, 9 points.
10 of the last inside, 10 of the last 11 inside 50s, but for 4 points, importantly, for Fremantle. Now, this is where the home ground advantage should kick in, if it's ever going to kick in.
Bartel's really lifted 9 disposals in this last term.
He's got the licence at the moment.
Up to 29 now. Barlow with 31. It's been a shootout in that midfield. Duffield, the long kick. Pavlich again. Clark flies from behind. Lockie Neal, Barlow, number 32. Mackie under it. Main. Good pressure from Main, but Mackie, great courage.
It's a free kick. No. Free kick. Clear. On the ball. Hold there, Chris.
No doubt about the free kick. Main was right. He did only have eyes for the footy, but Mackie just strong under that one. Sandilands up in front. Second attempt. Good saving grab. He's not getting any shorter as the game goes on.
It's an old footy adage, and it's standing firm this afternoon, Basil.
Isn't it just?
Well, about now, you're starting to think as a coach, who's my best group? Who do I need out there? About 2 minutes on the clock. You do want to get your best group out there to be able to finish off the game.
Well, the branch is creaking right now for the Cats. They've got to somehow conjure 2 goals for Fremantle. Can they hold out the side who have become so used to seeing perform the incredible? We're deep into winning time right now, and the Dockers, they've got all the running and they've got the ball in their hands. So for so long, the Cats have been the clutch football side. Under Ross Lyon, these Dockers, they won both outings last year against the Cats, round 1, and then that first week of the finals, they lost in round 14, oblique with so many of their guns. And right now, the odds firmly in their favour to pull off one of the most unlikely of victories. Neal squeezes the ball through. Pavlich, who's been magnificent this afternoon. Main kicked that important goal. The only goal of this final term. Here come the Cats again. 2 goals, 3 minutes to play. That's the equation. Varco turns it over. Lee Spur quickly goes to Sheridan.
Fitting in many ways that it was Spur. Sheridan, the sub, on the ground, running now from the wing. The kick for Clark. It was a high ball. He reached. He used all of that giant frame. He sends it down to Pavlich. In front, the skipper, Main. Walters. He turns. De Boer, an unlikely hero. He hits the post.
Well, we know where this is going.
Right up the middle, Vossi. Fremantle by 10 points. 2:26 to play.
So Chapman
has to be fast now. Has to be fast. Got to take these chances and play on.
2 goals, 2 minutes. Chapman works it through the middle. Duncan is found. Now Blitzarves is all alone at half board. He's not seen. Mackie's got a bit of space. Will he take Sandilands on? Now it is Taylor out the back. Blitzarves, ugly sort of a bounce. They're both exhausted. The 2 ruckmen, though, go back. Well done, Zach Clark, to Neal, who can just think about Muzungu, wait the kick, mop up some time.
Tendai Muzungu, disposal number 11. Minute 38 remaining. They lead by 10 points. It's Fremantle's game to lose here. Sandilands, the big fist. Oh, look at that Hill. Somehow off the interchange bench and into his hands. Maybe it's Fremantle's day. Walters is on. Hill keeps going. This to send them into a home preliminary final for the first time in their history. Freo are at home in the second last week of the season.
Wow. The interchange right in front of us. Hills came off. I think it was Fife that came off the ground. And then Hills, come on, there's the interchange. Hill comes in and off he goes. What a spectacular goal to finish this play. They've been holding Fremantle for so long. and then they get the one opportunity and he finishes. And I'm glad that he chose to be able to take that occasion. He could have passed it off, but he wanted to take the moment and he took it and he finished it.
Well, just quite extraordinary, that interchange. Question almost, how did they make it so quickly? No whistles, no flags. It must have been okay. Fremantle lead by 16 points with just over a minute remaining. It's got to go down as the greatest interchange in AFL history.
Well, they have simply been sublime this afternoon. Ruthless. The pressure has been unquestioned, and it is a 16-point margin, the same margin the Dockers beat the Cats by in the first week of the finals last year. Last year,
Here we go.
it ended the Cats' season.
Just let him up. Meter.
So Ross Lyon has lived up to the saying of any team, anywhere. It doesn't get harder than this. The Cats at Simmons, Duncan, Kelly, 3 goals, 40 seconds. It's improbable, and now it's impossible.
What a win. What a win. You have to acknowledge the Fremantle side. They were under extreme pressure early in this game. Just to be able to absorb all that pressure and then be able to counter-attack, come out after three-quarter time. The Cats asked the question again, and they answered again. This side is really, really tough. And I've just been really impressed with the whole group, really. It's just been an extremely impressive effort.
Before today, Fremantle had been to Simmons Stadium 13 times for only one win way back in 2005. Matthew Pavlich, he takes a terrific grab. Clock continues to count down. How fitting this is. For the first time in their history, Fremantle are into a home preliminary final. The Dockers, one win away from the grand final.
Hayden, don't do it.
The siren went. They haven't finished yet. You just feel like this is going to be there's going to be a round 2.
Well,
that is quite incredible.
They can meet again, Bossy, can't they? What an extraordinary performance by Fremantle. So much made about the ground and where this final would be played. Turned out it was at Simmons Stadium. It didn't seem to make a difference to the Fremantle Dockers.
Let's go down to Tommy Harley. One of their best this afternoon was Michael Barlow.
Yeah, thanks, Hamish. Without a doubt, their best, Michael Barlow. What an outstanding performance from you personally. Just really settled the side late in that first quarter. Started winning the ball inside and clearances and goals, of course.
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head. I mean, first 15 minutes, Geelong really gave us footy lesson, and it was going to be, I think they had 15 more contested possessions or something, but then our mids, to our credit, we were able to grind back into it and not let the scoreboard dictate, and couldn't be prouder of the boys today. It was just a phenomenal effort right to the last minute.
Might not be the right time to say you're a Cats fan as a kid, but I'll tell you what, you've got plenty of support here. It's been a fantastic turnout from the Freo fans.
We absolutely adore our fans and the effort a lot of these guys have done to come over from Western Australia to Geelong. Can't thank them enough, and everyone back home. Really feel we can give you a home prelim final, but the job's not done yet. A lot of work to go yet.
Well, you're there. It's a home prelim final, one step away from a grand final. Well done. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.